Listen on BBC Sounds.
Next up tonight, an update on a story you might have heard us talking about in the news. A terminally ill woman from East Sussex has become the first wheelchair user to complete a solo sail around the British Isles. Her name is Jazz Turner. She's 26. She's from Seaford. And she arrived back at Brighton Marina this afternoon after 28 days alone at sea. She told us she couldn't quite believe what she'd achieved and never expected such a big crowd to welcome her home. Here is Jazz arriving back this afternoon, welcomed by her parents and family.
Can't quite believe it, to be honest. It's been a hell of a journey. And I'm just so grateful for everyone, because I couldn't have done it alone. Like, it may have been a solo trip, but it's taken a small army to get me to the start line, and then an even bigger army to get me to the finish line. And yeah, I wasn't expecting people today, so I'm kind of shocked and no, don't you run off. Kind of shocked and taken aback, and yeah, it doesn't feel real at the moment.
We weren't expecting you so soon. You told us it's going to take 2 months, but you've done it for 4 weeks.
Yeah, there is that. I'm quite glad. I wanted to be back for my birthday, so...
Birthday next week, and we've given her all the cards and presents.
Yeah.
We've got to go and find them now.
They're all soaked and after the leaking.
Tell us the best point and the lowest point, if you could.
I think the best point was rounding the northernmost part of Scotland and just screaming out. And finally, yeah, that I didn't think I'd get that far, and I'm slightly ashamed to admit Hannah, who was helping me with my routing, that I hadn't actually planned the second half because I didn't intend to make it that far. So it was then a bit of a scramble to actually plot the rest of the route.
Around £45,000 raised for charity. How does that make you feel?
Yeah, that's amazing. That's why I did it. All the, every time I was in tears or screaming at the wind and shouting at just the conditions, and every time I wanted to give up, I only had to remember all the people I was doing it for, and they, did it for them, and yeah, just really glad that I can give them a little taste of what I've been privileged enough to get every day. Yeah, anything is possible. It might require a little bit or quite a lot of imagination at times, and you may need a rather large army to help, and you might have to do things differently, but if you can dream it, you really can do it.
All your reaction to Jazz making it back here to Brighton Marina.
Relief, and and tremendously proud, obviously, of what she's achieved. Yeah. So that's really good. And no more phone calls at odd hours in the morning, which will be great. We won't sleep.
I'll be able to sleep at night. I'll still probably wake up at 5, and that's when I've been checking my sat nav. But she'll be back. But we are incredibly proud. She's an amazing daughter. She has done so much. She's not let her condition define her at all, and she's been afloat for 4 weeks, but it started about a year before that, and she found the boat. She's sourced all the kit. Yeah. It was very beige. She had it wrapped, which was brilliant.
So yeah, we did a lot of work on her, particularly over the winter, to get her ready. So yeah, and it's worked. It's been reliable. So that's what matters.
When she suggested doing this, did you ever, in your wildest dreams, imagine that you'd get to see this day?
She started the conversation with, they've opened the entries for the Vendée Globe, the round the world one. So we thought, and then she realised that actually that probably wasn't a good idea. The budget didn't stretch,
and her condition didn't stretch.
She was very unwell about a month before she was due to leave, so that did make us a bit worried.
She'd physically be able to do it, because it's quite a physical thing, this. Yeah. She's managed to keep enough food on board, and keep enough calories, and the boat's kept going. So she's achieved it. Her sailing ability isn't in question. It's just the fact that whether her physical body would stand up to it, and whether the boat would, which it has.
Jazz Turner there, returning from circumnavigating the British Isles and back to a hero's welcome at Brighton Marina this afternoon. Well done, Jazz.